You know what I was just thinking? Cooking in the kitchen with Doc. Cooking in the kitchen, I know. I like that. With Doc. Hey.
Boy, today in Kingdom Eat 10. So, you know how, like, the gluten allergy thing is, like, getting real crazy. People, trying to away from carbs and breads and stuff. And so, like, plus, like, we just think about how many calories are in a slice of pizza. Like, you're like, oh my God, like, wow. And pizza is my favorite food. I love pizza. I would try almost any type of pizza. You put something on some bread and call it a pizza, I'm probably going to try it. That's just how much I like pizza. However, the crust, the bread, the doughy part is exactly what adds the fat and the pockets and the cellulite and all the stuff to all the places where we're trying to get rid of it from. So I actually came across not this particular recipe, but this idea from it's a My Plate app that I've been using to track my calories to try and get some things back on track myself. And they suggest different meals and stuff that you can have, and with suggested calories and all that stuff. And I was like, a pizza? Oh, it's a meat pizza. Hey Ty. So basically, it's pizza without the crust. So even like thin crust pizza is obviously lower in calories because it's much less dough for the crust. However, we're completely getting rid of the bread. Zero bread in this pizza, okay? So you're going to get your ground meat. So you do chicken, turkey, beef, what have you. Get your ground meat and you're going to season it like how you would want, meat to taste on a pizza. So I didn't, I don't think it was on the recipe thing because, I mean, people kind of have like their own kind of, sense of taste for their seasoning. So you could probably find like a mixed piece of seasoning or something somewhere in the grocery store or in like a one of those like specialty kind of like herb or whatever. They might have a pizza mixture that has stuff that'll make stuff taste like pizza. So one of the seasons that I know most people don't tend to have is caraway seeds. They're like little, they almost look like coriander. I'm not sure if you know what coriander is either, but let me see if I got some in the cabinet. I may or may not have some up here because we don't really use that either because it has a really strong flavor. It's a spice. It is a spice and it has a really strong flavor to it. So people, yep, I do. I got some coriander. So this is what coriander looks like. So this is the name. This is coriander. You can see that. And then this is what it looks like. It's like little seeds. And caraway kind of looks similar to that. And then fennel seeds. I don't know if you see that. Kind of look like this. And that's fennel seed. And this is usually what they put in like Italian sausage and stuff like that gives it that that little snapback. And of course, you got your basil and oregano, and if you want, you can add some rosemary and thyme and stuff in there. But all of those herbs tend to complement each other very nicely. So you could always get like a mixed Italian seasoning, like they have an Italian herbs and spices or something like that. So that will kind of help guide the flavor of your pizza, well, your meat stuff. Coriander is a good spice along with fennel. That's good for a salad. Well, yes, absolutely. It adds a nice amount of body to your herbs, your vegetables. So expand your horizons. It's always good to try something new, and then keeping an open mind with different things and stuff like that could really help expand, the types of foods that you eat and how you eat them and all of that, and to open up a much healthier world of food and create a much stronger relationship with food because you're more open to trying different things. I gotta hydrate. I'm sorry, y'all. I went through like 2 hours of like kung fu, so I'm like I'm tired. I'm tired. But this is gonna be perfect. So I already got my post workout shake over here. I'm gonna be sipping that too. But this is gonna be perfect to get some protein, some nice lean protein into your body. I got a bunch of vegetables I'm going to top it with. So I got some fresh Italian parsley, make it pretty. Plus parsley has its own little health benefits, and I'll pull some of those up and tell you all about those in a little bit. Black olives, love me some black olives, especially on my pizza. I went and got some mushrooms. Cause what's a pizza without mushrooms? All right. Oh, Cena on here. Hey, Cena. And spinach. I gotta have my green leafy. Even though it's pizza can be healthy too. So see, we're gonna find a way. Well, I know I'm gonna find a way because I told you I love me some pizza, but I know them calories be like killing me. So I can only do like one or two slices, but then it'd be like a whole other half a pizza. So it's like, do I gotta do another two slices tomorrow? Like them calories add up. So I already have my meat thawed, and I just use the meat that we have here. So we're all in different levels of our of our healthy and clean eating journey. So I do have pork sausage. This is Italian sausage. But if you do, like, they have beef and stuff like this in the links, they have the turkey, and it's already seasoned. So you can get like beef links, turkey links, chicken links like this that's already seasoned, like in an Italian seasoned, fashion. And then you can just cut. I'm gonna show you. You can just cut open the link and open up the meat out of it, and then boom, you got ground Italian seasoned meat. Okay, that's a little hack right there. So then like I said, you don't even have to worry about finding the caraway and coriander and all of that and cinnamon. If you want to add extra seasonings, you can. I'll probably add a little bit to it, but not much. Mostly herbs. I'll probably end up adding more herbs to it. But it's real simple. So I'm gonna get my bowl because we gotta mix the egg in with the meat. So I'm gonna hold it all together. I thought we had a smaller bowl. I just Okay. So we're just gonna get our bowl, and so I'm gonna get the meat part together first. Sorry, gotta hydrate. So I actually got some. This is pomegranate tea. It's delicious. Very good. Okay, let me get a knife and my meat cutting board. You see, it's got the little cow in the corner, so this is for meat. So this was real convenient. Like I said, I got this from the WIC people. We're giving out information on healthy eating tips and stuff like that. And then it came with a cooler, like a cooler bag or an insulated bag, and then these two different cutting surfaces, I guess you would call it. And that helps with food safety because you don't really want to cut your meats and your vegetables on the same surface because there are different, things that live on meat that don't live on vegetables. So you don't want that cross contamination. So unless you're like soaking your cutting board after every time you cut meat and stuff on it, it's just best to go ahead and have two separate cutting surfaces. So see, this is what he was recommending. So I just cut it down the middle. So I'll show you again. So here, you take the sausage and take the knife and you just slice it so that it cuts open that little skin. Okay. And then just peel it back and get the meat out. Boom, and then that's how you turn sausage into ground meat. And then I'm going to put this in a bowl with my egg. So I'm only using like, this is like 1 pound and 3 ounces of meat. So I would say like you would need like 1 egg per pound of meat. So I'm only gonna do 1 egg, even though it's like an extra 3 ounces of meat. I don't think it would matter. So I got my 1 egg, and then once I get all of these out of this wrapping, then I can mash my meat with the egg, and then I'm gonna season it, and then I'm gonna spread it in my pan and put it in the oven. Speaking of, let me get my oven preheated to 400. It sounds high, but trust me, it'll be all right, and it won't take all day to cook it either. So, and I mean, I guess you could probably do this in an air fryer too. You would just have to make sure that the pan that you're doing the heat pan can fit into your air fryer. I have like a little pot pan thing, but I want this to be in a much bigger space because I want it to be big so I can top it with all my toppings, and then while my meat is cooking, then I can mash my chop my vegetables and toppings so I can make sure my toppings and stuff are ready when my meat is cooked. So I'm just mashing the meat. It's making a mess too with my hand, so I can tilt it down so I can see what I'm doing. Hey, Lucina. Yep, absolutely grateful for another day, always. They were saying be grateful for the little things. Ain't nothing little if you don't make it little. Everything is big. Ain't that what they say? Big. Gonna be big. That's my jam. You know that's my jam. Got my egg here. Hope this won't tip over. Okay, moved it the wrong way. Okay. So see, my meat in the bowl is not nothing special, and I'm gonna just add the egg. And it's about to get messy because I gotta get my hands up in there. I already washed them like 2-3 times before this. Cause I'm one of them people. I don't like stuff on my hands, and not even just that. I don't like stuff on my hands and then having to touch other stuff. Cause that's just cross contamination all over the place, and I don't do that. When I took microbiology, we were very careful about cross contamination, so I'm used to not touching a whole bunch of different stuff with stuff on my hands or all of that. Cause yeah, we did cultures on. Like, we swabbed the water fountain, we swabbed our cell phone, I swabbed my video game controller, you swabbed the TV remote, doorknobs, stuff like that, in public places, bathrooms, like whatever, like, and then you have to label the dish and then see what grew on it, and oh my goodness, the stuff that was growing on stuff. Ugh. So yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, super important to wash your hands between touching stuff. And that's also why it's important to keep your hands out your face. Keep your hands out your face. Breakouts come from bacteria, not really like oil and stuff like that. Like, yeah, if you eat a lot of like messy stuff, it'll get pushed out through your pores in your skin. Your skin is one of the number one ways your body removes waste, because it's the largest organ on your body. And so, and it's semi-permeable. So it allows stuff in and out, and it absorbs stuff passively and actively, meaning like something that's on your skin could just be absorbed without needing any type of cue or motion from your skin cells and, proteins and stuff that live in your skin. Not live, but that sit in your skin. So, that's it gets real sciencey, but that was like one of my favorite parts about biochemistry. and anatomy. But yeah, keep your hands out the face. Keep your hands clean and your face clean, and I guarantee you will be much clearer skin. And drink plenty of water. Antioxidants too. That's why I got my bell peppers over here. I'm gonna cut up some of them. I'm actually gonna cut them all up because that's how I just prep for stuff. Like when I get a fresh something, vegetables, and I'm cooking one thing, I'll go ahead and cut up the whole packet. And then that way I've already prepped my peppers for whatever else I want to put it in. That cuts down time. So another kitchen hack. And then I got some mixed colored cherry tomatoes. So I got the cherry tomatoes. I love these multiple ones because they make the dish just look so colorful, even though they're all cherry tomatoes. But and even still, like I said, like if the plant or the fruit show, because these are technically fruits, if they show a different color, then the color represents a different type of antioxidant. So you're actually getting a nice little variety of antioxidants from the same type of fruit. So that's why I like those. And then, of course, I got my bell peppers here. I got to rinse these because it's some stuff on it. I always rinse your produce. Even if they say triple, double wash, quadruple wash, pre-wash, whatever, I wash it again. A little extra washing ain't never hurt nobody. Oh, and then see, this one already kind of moldy. I got this yesterday. I didn't even look at it. I just picked it up. But it's fine. We'll just lob it off and eat the rest. It is okay. And then I have my separate cutting board for my vegetables. See, got a little tomato, so it's for my skin. I'm going to move my meat in a second. I'm just rinsing my produce so I can get right to it. And then I got to get my pan. Do. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do this. And then I'm going to line it with foil because we can put all kinds of gas up in here. So, and then also, like if you have a pizza pan, you could absolutely use that. And then you would just lay your spread your ground meat out flat across the pizza pan, and then you can have a round. You can have a round pizza. So I'm gonna have me a rectangular pizza with square slices. So here's my foil lined pan, and I'm just gonna dump this in there, and then I'm gonna get a spoon because I'm really tired of just using my hands with this. Like for real. Like I said, I don't really care for having stuff. I don't really care for stuff on my hands, especially not like meat juice. Unless it's from a burger. And I still got one more of my black bean burgers that I had made, so I might eat that for lunch, brunch tomorrow. A brunch, breakfast, lunch. And you want to spread it out to cover the pan first, and then like if it's not enough, because I only use 1 pound, you could absolutely do 2 pounds of meat, but it's probably just gonna be me eating this, so I'm not trying to do it. But if you're feeding a lot of people, I would suggest doubling everything. So 2 pounds of meat, 2 eggs, and then however much of the toppings and seasoning that you would need to make that happen for you. But it's spreading nicely, so everything is looking like it's covered. And then you have to cook the meat first and separately because you got to pour the meat fat off. So this is also another step that makes it healthy because now you're cooking the fat out of the meat first and pouring it off. So a lot of things where the meat is like cooked into the dishes, if you're not using a lean enough cut of meat, you can end up with a lot of meat fat. And meat fat tends to be the trans fat, the polyunsaturated fat, and it can harden and clog your arteries. So that's why you want to go ahead and get rid of as much of it as you can. It's not necessary beyond a little bit to absorb whatever fat soluble nutrients that you're getting from the meat that you're eating, and usually like whatever is left in it after you pour it off is sufficient. Okay, so everything looks copacetic. Now I'm going to pop this in the, well actually let me pour some of my seasonings on top of it. I'm going to do me a little bit of pepper. This is my little pepper corn medley. You can definitely do like crushed red peppers, but I don't like stuff that's spicy, so there's some red peppers in here. So like it's some of all the different types of like, you know, peppercorn. So that's why I like it, because you get the best, you know, the best of everything. And it's mild. Okay. I know it smells good already too, because like I said, the meat that I'm using is already seasoned with the intent of like using it in an Italian style dish. So it's Italian style sausage, and like I said, they do have chicken and beef varieties. I don't know if they have like a turkey Italian sausage, but you probably could, like, you go to like a butcher shop or a specialty shop where they have like a bunch of different meats, and I will actually suggest going there for your meat anyway because it tends to be fresher. So get to know your local meat man if you can. I know a lot of those businesses have been closing down, so I mean, if anybody wants to get in the business of open, this is smoked paprika, my favorite situation ever. Whoever invented smoked paprika, I love you. Thank you. And yes, this is definitely gonna make this piece of the bomb diggity. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned the herb I put in. So that was thyme that I put on there, and I'm gonna put me some. I think we're out of basil, so I'm a little hurt about that, but we got oregano. I'm gonna put some oregano on there. And I think the oven is warmed up too. So perfect time for it all. And then I'm gonna actually put a little bit of this garlic salt, because I haven't cut up my garlic yet. I'm actually gonna put that as one of the toppings. And I was gonna put a little bit of salt on the meat anyway. So two first. Like I said, it's good to have garlic salt and garlic powder. So if you need salt and the garlic, like, you can just use the garlic salt as opposed to the powder and the salt separately. But you can if you want. Same difference. I'm just, a little lazy sometimes, and it helps. It helps to have a variety of stuff for different situations. Okay, I'll start singing. Sorry, hydrating, y'all. Hydration is important. Try to get rid of the meat scraps. Put some soap on it. Yeah, I'm one of them clean as you go, because there's not a whole lot of room in here. And it's just easier, so when you get done cooking, you can get right to eating without having to worry about it and then looking like, oh, dang, got all these dishes to clean up from when I cook. It lessens the barrier between you and food. Okay. Now to the vegetables. So like I said, I'm scrubbing my knife. That's right. I use very, very hot water with this. I wasn't planning on cooking. My lane is empowering, inspiring, and motivation. I learned to stay in my lane and do what my purpose calls for, okay? Hey, but you know, sometimes you don't even know what your lane is. Somebody, you call yourself being the passenger, then you look up the driver going, like, where the driver go? And you just gotta flip over and drive. He's like, oh, I was just coming along for the ride. You didn't pull the 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I don't think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called? I'm trying to line this up. There we go. Yeah, this was the one that had the little. So you see, like that's what it looked like on the inside. So that's the out. So if you see this in the store, like you could eat it, but if you get it home, don't throw the whole thing away because you wasting a whole perfectly good pepper. You see that? It ain't even make it through to the inside. So go ahead, cut it open and see what you're working with. Sometimes it might have gotten in there and then you open it up and it's all furry and fuzzy inside. Those go away. But if it's just hanging around on that one little spot, it ain't gonna do nothing. Cut it off and get your food. Here, I move it back a little. Sorry, coffee pot was in the way. I heard that, but you are from the South, okay? I'm going. Go on, Ty. Go on, Ty. Nah, I'm pretty sure she can cook. She just ain't trying to cook for other people. Some people just comfortable being in their kitchen by themselves doing what they do, and you see and enjoy the finished product. That's all you worry about. The finished product. Mind your business. Okay. I'm gonna dice these up because I like to taste them, but I don't want them to be like the main event. And plus, I pretty much use them like based up in pretty much everything else that I cook. So, like I said, this is like double prep right here. So I'm gonna just cut it up, and then what I use here, I freeze it in a Ziploc bag, and then really I let them stay fresh for like a couple of days, cause trust me, it's a different taste once you freeze it. Not taste, but texture. So once you freeze it, you pretty much have to cook them because once they thaw out, they tend to get soft and mushy. So if you don't cook them, then they're gonna be cold and mushy. So yeah, I like to keep them fresh as long as I can, and then when they start trying to look like they getting a little like they have like that weird juice in there, like it's like a white juice that they make or something. I just rinse that out and then I freeze it. And so you see, not super small, but small enough to where I can mix this with the red ones. The red bell peppers actually have more antioxidants in them. And like I said, it's a different type of antioxidant from the yellow and the green variety. And, the same goes for the yellow and the green. Because they're a different color and they have a different type of nutrient that gives them that color. Oh, sipping water. Sipping the water. And then so we'll just pop that out. And like this, so these are like actual, like these are seeds. You could actually grow your own peppers from these. Like you can. They have like those little starter boxes and things like how the one I had used from to start my all of my vegetables and stuff in my my balcony garden. So it has like little squares. They give you the little expanding cubes of soil, and then you just water it, let the cubes expand, and then you plant the seeds according to how the seeds need to be, like how deep they need to be planted, how much water they need right away. Get this in the bag. Oh, got this bag. This features her gift. Oh, I have Fridays. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Not like I said, like sometimes it's like you think you're gonna be a passenger and then you look up and you gotta drive. It's like, oh, this was one of those situations. I didn't know that I could host a whole cooking show myself. So I appreciate the opportunity and y'all support. Thank y'all for tuning in, especially Ty, who definitely been consistent in here. Plenty Saturdays. Thank you. And these just look, they so, like, I don't know who doesn't eat red peppers cooked. Like, these red bell peppers, they be beautiful. Look at that. You see the red, you see that redness? See, the camera not even doing it justice. You got to see it for yourself with your own eyes. So if you don't have your own red peppers, go buy you some red peppers, cut them open, and then see how beautiful they look. See how beautiful they look, sliced and diced up. This is my gown. And then, like, honestly, they taste really good too. Like, it gives like a nice little kind of fresh taste to a lot of different dishes. They're super easy to add to salad. Oh, my meat getting it's almost done. Cause it doesn't take long. Not that long. You just don't want it to be not cooked or undercooked. Don't want to eat undercooked meat. Oh no. Cause and that's the thing. Like people talking about all in there's parasites. You would be surprised at how many parasites are in stuff that's not meat. But most healthy people can pass all of that stuff. Parasites, bacteria, like all of those situations. Like you encounter a lot more of that than you really think. Like people that be like, oh no, cover my cup. I don't want no bugs to get in it. Trust me, you didn't ate a whole lot of bugs in your soup and you didn't even know it. And if you live in the country where there's a lot of bugs or like out in the open wilderness, you go camping, trust me, you didn't ate a whole lot of bugs. Riding your bike, oh, you was a kid and you like to ride fast too? Oh yeah, you was eating bugs. Don't even worry, it's just a little bit extra protein. Like, I guess like the idea of disease-ridden mosquitoes is kind of maybe people would think that like all bugs are just like these, disease-ridden, organisms and stuff that's out here to spread blight and I don't know, like plagues and stuff. It's really not that serious, and honestly, it's actually good for your body to come into contact with a lot of different stuff because that's how your immune system is built. Because as your body starts experiencing different environments, different types of bacteria, it's gonna learn to recognize what's foreign, what isn't foreign, what's useful, what isn't useful, And because sometimes that bacteria is not gonna harm you at all. In fact, it just kind of hangs around in your gut, multiplies, and becomes a part of your normal gut bacteria. And then guess what? Now you have an extra set of bacteria that's in there to not only protect you and build your immune system, but to help you digest your food and get nutrients and things from your food. So the more diverse that bacterial community is, the more diverse your digestion of nutrients and your immune system response is going to be. I'm gonna put this to the side because my meat's almost done. I need to cut my tomatoes. What? They're playing in the background. No, I don't know. My mom watching something, and that's something that's playing on whatever that is. No, actually, that other song that was Rihanna. That was one of my favorite songs because when I worked as a chemist, I had always and even before that, I was underpaid because I was doing a whole bunch of stuff that was not a part of my job description, but I enjoyed it, so I didn't mind. I was there for the experience, and I definitely got it, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, then they started trying to take advantage, and so it was like, nah, you gonna have to run me my money. Oh, you want me to do that? You gotta run me my money. So yeah, when that song came, I was like, yeah, I'm charging for everything now. Oh, you want me to clock out late? Yeah, you gotta pay me. You want me to take a short break? Oh, you gotta pay me. And that's why once I got into that type of space, I was like, yeah, I don't need to be working with anybody. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And if I feel like I gotta charge these people for all this little randomness stuff that I would gladly do for free, then I'm in the wrong environment because it's affecting my character, and I'm not gonna let anything compromise my integrity. Cherry tomatoes, absolutely delicious, yes. Because I still got the rest of that sauce from that spaghetti squash lasagna we did. And so that's what I'm going to use as my pizza sauce, my pizza sauce. I like saying that, pizza. Pizza! Pizza! Okay. Yeah, we'll do the rest of these. Because I'm trying to, like, consider how big the pan of meat is. And I want to make sure I get a nice, even coverage. Because these are my toppings. Because, you know, the meat is the crust. So you don't really count that as a topping now. And I don't do, like, no light pizza. Like, nah. I like supreme pizza with, like, all the fixings on it. Give them onion. And that's the thing. I don't even have no onion. Do I? Yeah. I think I got a red onion down there. I might chop that up and add that on. Cause like I said, I like everything. Cause I like the flavor, like the way the flavors come together. It's like perfect, perfect. Like what you got going on with this pizza? So like when it's just like meat and pepperoni, I'm like, oh my, that's it. Like you don't put no vegetables or nothing on there. Like at least some black olives. I don't know why people. It's a lot of people that don't like black olives. I don't get it. They're delicious, especially on pizza. Especially like they have a real savory, salty kind of flavor to them. So it tends to complement the meat and the other seasonings that's on there. That's why I like it. But you know, I do food tasting for a little, not really. Although I might need to check and see who hiring. Get my food tasting on. And, and then it's like also just considering like the things that you do use as toppings. Like just consider the health benefits of them, and usually that intention of what you put on your food, like expecting to get that thing out of it, makes it that much better of an experience, and it also preps and primes your body to receive it, which is why it's so great to cook your own food, because your brain, your eyeballs are looking at the food being prepared, sending the signal to your brain like, hey, stuff is getting ready to enter the body. It's gonna go to the stomach. So make sure you ready to signal, and really your body is already starting its digestive processes just from you smelling the food, smelling the ingredients, smelling it cooked, all of that stuff. Your body is already prepping itself to start digesting your food. That's why fast food tends to add to indigestion. Yeah, I know it's so beautiful, it's so colorful, isn't it? It's just beautiful. Look, look at that. So beautiful. I love it. So I got my parsley here. I'm gonna end up. This is my fresh bag because I think this is the one I already had. So I'm gonna end up cutting from this up because I already had it. But I bought some more just in case because I know the state that one was in. This sausage smells amazing, like delicious. Okay, so this is the sausage here. I'm about to pour this grease sauce. Got my baby's milk on. Okay. Yeah, she don't really drink milk straight. She don't like nothing but water and sometimes Kool-Aid. It depends. We ran into a Jamaica flavored Kool-Aid. Didn't know a place could be a flavor, but it's delicious. So I'm definitely looking for some more of them. So I'm just going to run this water. It's not a whole lot of meat grease, thankfully. So usually that's how you can tell the quality of the meat you got is how much fat is in it. Because if they're charging you by the weight, fat has weight. So if you getting that 65% beef and all of that other stuff, you're still paying for the fat that's in there. So they were like, oh yeah, it's a pound of meat, but it's only 65% meat. So yeah, the leaner meat costs more, but if you really look at it, trust me, it's worth it. Because you're still paying for the fat that you're getting that's not healthy for you, and that you're probably going to, and if you're paying attention, you're probably going to end up pouring it off anyway, so you're still not eating it. So either way. So go ahead, pay a little extra $2 and get your 80 to 90% lean ground beef and quit cheating yourself. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself, okay? Like people will go and get like the generic brands and stuff, and if you look at the name brand of some stuff, like it's like 20 to 30 cents like more. Go ahead and spend the 20, 30 cents. Trust me. The flavor is gonna make all the difference because I've done that before. I've tried the generic stuff, and there's certain things you just can't go cheap on. Like it's really just that simple. Like you just really gotta stick with the name brand because they're a name brand for a reason. And that's what I forgot. I forgot to put so I had Romano cheese instead of Parmesan cheese because it ran out. And I forgot to mix it in. I forgot to mix it in with the meat. So if you have this, mix it in with your meat. Don't be like me, but I'm gonna improvise, and I'm just gonna look. I'm cooking. I'm not gonna let this food stress me out. Okay. So I'm. So problem solved. And just like that, it wasn't left out. Hydrating. So now we're gonna get our pizza sauce. I had it over here because I had it plugged in, so my phone went down, y'all. So I'm gonna bring it down over here so I can see what I'm doing to the pan. Doing to the pan. So my spoon, boom, chicka boom. Boom, chicka rocka, chicka. Yeah, y'all ever do that on the bus or at school? I did at Girl Scout camp. I said, oh, boom, chicka boom. Okay. This is my jam. I like that one too. So now we're gonna spread the pizza sauce. So I got cheese here, so we're gonna layer the sauce in the cheese. And when they say layer, I was like, oh, see, somebody who loves food came up with this recipe because they layering the sauce and the cheese, so you know you getting it mixed properly. And can you see me? Okay, yeah, you can see. And then we're just gonna spread it even. Um, and it says a cup, but that's just like I said, that's just for recipe purposes. I don't really cook some recipes because I don't always like to do the stuff exactly how they talk about doing it. So this may or may not have been a cup of sauce. I doubt it was a full cup. Might have been. I don't know. I don't know, but it's gonna be good either way. I'm cooking for one or two. I don't know, for whoever eating it. Then now we sprinkle. And then that's the thing, like you don't have to use mozzarella. Mozzarella is one of the stringy cheeses, but there's also Asiago, provolone, what's the other one? Ricotta. Like you can personalize it. So like I said, these are very um, substitution friendly recipes. Very easy to personalize it however you prefer for certain things. Whatever your eating preferences, restrictions, because some people have allergies to certain. Uh, they might be vegan, like they have vegan cheeses and stuff available. So tailor it to your lifestyle, your diet, whatever you can handle. Um, oh yeah. Then they said put some more sauce. So like I said, I'm like, I'm like, okay, I can dig it. I think that's how it ends up being a cup. Because I'm like, I don't think that was a cup that I put on there the first time. But it makes sense now. Yep, that jar of sauce can be handy dandy. So this looks so delicious already. I don't even got the toppings on this yet. That in the sink. Leave them mixed. Back in the fridge you go, and then we're gonna put our last layer. Rinse my hands. I told y'all I don't like stuff on my hands. I don't even know how I got that going because I was definitely not one of them kids. I was like in the dirt, the mud, making mud pie and all of that, and now I just can't. I can't do it. Like I'll get in the dirt, but I'm immediately washing hands, scrubbing nails. I don't want to see no dirt chips under there at all. Okay. And that's gonna be, man, look, just, huh, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. So now we're getting our tomatoes. It's okay. This turns out to be way more tomatoes than I thought, but it's okay. I love them anyway. Yep. And this is why, like, homemade pizzas are so much better because you can make it how you like it. You don't have to worry about them skimping on the toppings because they trying to be cheap or keep to a certain price point or cost or whatever. You can make it as thick and heavy as you want. Veggie pizza. It's not quite veggie. The crust is meat. The whole crust is meat, Ty. That's why all the toppings are vegetables. Yeah, it's a veggie pizza. Yep. If you're talking about the toppings, oh, sure. Yep. Mess around and trick your vegetarian friend. Oh, yeah, it's a veggie pizza. And they're like, oh, it's good. What's this crust made of? Beef? Like, oh my God, she's trying to kill me. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to nobody. I ain't like that. I'm not like that. This about to, these little vegetables about to make this, it's going to make a whole lot of juice. So that's why you broil it. That's why you turn the oven up like all the way up on, that's what broil is, like hot, as hot as you can get it. Turn it all the way up. Yes, you gotta rinse these because they be pulling these like even though these are already cut, you would think they like I said, wash everything, and then it's got holes in it. You don't know what then fell up in there while it was sitting on somebody's shelf or on the truck. We're washing these. Okay. And so I got the ones I got. They're pre-sliced because I was being lazy. And these are like sliced thick too, and I'm putting them right directly on their hole, just that. Looking pretty. Looking pretty. It's okay. I'll put that one over here. Don't mind me. I do like random sound effects for myself sometimes. So don't. I almost put the cheese away. No, we still trusting to put some about cheese on my head. Then I got my baby spinach. And I'm not putting it on here with the whole leaf. I'm gonna take a handful and slice it up. Of course, rinse it first. Like I said, I don't care if it's in a bag, if it's sealed, they say triple, that's fine. Thank you for making it easier for me to wash it. And then scoop my peppers over. And so I'm just slicing spinach because I'm keeping the stems and all of that. Like whatever is attached to the spinach, it's all going on that pizza. And this just to make the spreading situation easier. So it's like, I don't know if you could have minced spinach, but it's basically like minced spinach. And so I slice it one way, and then I hold it in a bunch, and I turn it the other way, and I slice it the other way, and boom, minced spinach. It's super easy. Just don't slice it. I almost lost a knuckle to a potato peel one. Woo! Never shaved that whole knuckle skin off. Yep, even peelers are dangerous. All sharp objects must be handled with care. Okay, so I got my minced spinach, and I'm just gonna sprinkle. See how heavy this piece is, and that's why like seriously 1 square it is. So this would probably make like 6 squares worth of serving. So like 6 servings. But yeah, this 1 square of this is definitely a full meal. Like I'm gonna sip the rest of my shake, my post workout shake, because that's so I'm probably not gonna eat this right after. I was saying in general veggie pizza. Oh yeah, but yeah, of course I know you put bacon on that. Right, talking about bacon. Although had I not used the Italian sausage for the base, I probably still would have wanted to put some bacon on it. I don't like bacon. I tried the turkey bacon thing. I really did. It was one time, one situation, and I'm so mad that I cannot remember who they said they got the bacon from. I went to a brunch one time, and the people who catered it used turkey bacon, and it tasted exactly like pork bacon. I was like, ma'am, where did you get this bacon? She told me where's that bacon. She told me the name of it. I couldn't remember none of that. None of it. I think I looked for it one time when I went to the store after that. And after that, I couldn't remember the name, and I had to look for it. So if y'all know of any like different meat bacon that still tastes delicious, drop it in the group. Comment below. Share, please share, because trust me, we are always looking for ways to work our way away and off this pork. So this. I know y'all probably looking like she got some most. Yes, I got some most. This is the last thing I promise. I promise. Put my black olives on here, and I'm gonna put the cheese on here and broil it until the cheese is all bubbling and delicious looking. See. This spinach looks beautiful on here. I just want to say. I just want to say. And then while this is broiling, I'm going to slice up my fresh parsley to garnish it to make it all prettyful for y'all. To make it prettyful when I take a picture. Because the spinach is in there. It's going to be covered by the cheese. But I'm going to top it with, fresh parsley, like, how they be doing at the garnish on the side. Sprig of parsley. Okay, I think that might be good. I don't know. I might add some more. On the after I cook it. Like when I go to eat it, I might have some black olives on the side. That's how much I like black olives. Cause they're just delicious like that. They're good like that. They're good like that. Sipping the water. I sat here and I tried to hold this cheese over, and I still ended up putting it away. Still ended up putting it away. Yeah. So now we gonna cover it with the cheese. Let me turn it up to broil. So I got my oven turned. I didn't want to have it up like that the whole time because I'm not trying to bake myself just pizza. I'm not on the menu, just the pizza. And then, make sure you get that out to the edge. Because, the cheese keeps the toppings on the pizza. So you want to make sure that it's a nice little even covering across the top, especially around the toppings. Because that's what's going to keep your toppings on your slice when you cut it open. When you cut your serving. Okay, when you're serving, it keeps your serving together. All right, and so oven is on board, not no more. Not trying to burn I already burnt myself several times. I burnt the mess out of myself with some meat grease. It wasn't even meat grease, wasn't it? No, it was like some olive or something that was in the pan, and I had heated it and I was swirling it to spread it, and it splashed up the side onto my leg, and I and I wiped it off my leg as quick as I could because I didn't want to get like the, you know how the skin like start bubbling and stuff, like what's that, like 2nd-degree burns, like almost third. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do none of that. So I just had like a little scar on my leg for a little bit. I think it took like a couple of months to heal. You could still kind of see like some of the remnants of it, but it's not real noticeable now. And that is why I eat as healthy as possible, get my water in, because I'm getting up in age now, y'all. I'm getting up in age, and I don't want my cellular breakdown to cause problems and make my black crack. Because black definitely does crack when you do not take care of it. And that's the thing, people think, oh, I got melanin. Yeah, all right. You don't have melanin and you walk around looking like a mummy. You don't take care of that melanin, the owl. So I'm done with that. Nice. And it's just in there, melting the cheesy goodness all over it. And so as particularly coming, let me put some of these perishables away. I'll put the rest of my vegetables back later after I finish cutting them. These actually go right in here. Oh, excuse me. Drinking the water and talking makes me have to burp. The burp. So, we don't really talk about mushrooms a lot because, you know, people, I guess they don't really care for them too much. And usually, like, I guess the only situation where people, like, who don't normally eat mushrooms would kind of give them a try or would eat them is give them pizza. So that's why I made very sure that I put the I guess we'll do whatever we do. So these are some of the health benefits of mushrooms founded on the WebMD.com website. I love WebMD. They're going to be very, I guess, candid with how they present information. So if you're not scientifically inclined, you should still be able to read through the information and stuff and get your own understanding of it pretty well. So I like using them. I love Healthline as well. And they use credible sources and they cite the articles and the research and stuff that they use to verify the things that they put in their blog post. Is from the fungi plant. Yes, mushrooms are actually the fruit of mycelium. So if you see mushrooms growing somewhere, there's probably a very large underground network of mycelium, which are kind of like roots, but not really roots, because they're their own organism. Like mycelium is actually an organism. It's a single cell network of organisms. So each cell is an individual organism, and they kind of interlock to create this large underground network that helps with a ton of stuff for the soil. The soil tends to be very fertile where you see mushrooms growing as well. And they are nitrogen fixing, so they help get nitrogen to the roots for other plants to grow. So yeah, go get some mushrooms in your garden. You can grow your own mushrooms, and it will definitely definitely keep your soil very nice and healthy. And whatever plants that you have growing, my goodness, it's gonna take very good care of them. So health benefits, uh, great source of vitamin D, and vitamin D is very useful for calcium absorption, which prevents osteoporosis, bone deterioration, any other like bone diseases like brittle bones and stuff like that. Could definitely help with some of the side effects and symptoms of that. Making sure teas ain't burning on my teeth. You know, you got wire. Wait till y'all see this now. Hold on. They also are a great source of zinc, an essential trace element, which is very essential for our immune system, and also to ensure optimal growth of infants and children. So if you can get some mushrooms into their food, or like they have like, do they? I don't think I've ever seen baby food made with mushrooms in it. That's interesting. But yeah, so mushrooms very useful, and also the mother pregnant with your baby, eat you some mushrooms because it's going to pass through to your baby because they're getting the nutrients from you. And researchers have found a number of other reasons to incorporate mushrooms in your diet. So we're going to go through it. It lowers blood pressure. So they're a great source of potassium. So potassium helps lower your blood pressure, and it's also a precursor to vitamin D. So if you get a nice source of potassium, but you're not getting enough vitamin D, your skin can actually convert potassium into vitamin D when you go out into the sun with your SPF 30 on. Okay, protect the skin, boost the immune system from the whole list of trace elements that are essential for your immune system. Weight loss. So, this is nice. Long and short-term studies have found that mushrooms, in combination with exercise and other lifestyle changes, can have an important impact on weight loss. For example, after being asked to substitute 20% of their beef consumption with mushrooms, research participants showed improvements in their BMI and belly circumference. The antioxidants in mushrooms are also thought to reduce the risk of hypertension and other metabolic disorders. And I know you've seen that, like, you get a pizza with mushrooms on it, they tend to put way less meat on there, and they put a ton of mushrooms on there because mushrooms tend to have like a meat texture to it when they're cooked. So that's why they tend to go well in Italian dishes alongside meat or even without meat. So if you do a vegetarian like lasagna or pasta or something like that, you can definitely put mushrooms in it, and trust me, you won't even notice. And if you season it properly, you won't even notice that there's no meat in it. I've definitely done that before. Okay, this broil got it. I was making sure the cheese wasn't burning. You gotta stay vigilant. Stay vigilant, okay? It's almost done, though. Oh, this is nice. So mushrooms are a rich low-calorie source of fiber, protein, and antioxidants. Oh, that's yeah, I did it. How did you go to the door? It's on broil. Yeah, I was broiling with a proper ventilation. See, you gotta properly ventilate your cooking area, or you're gonna set off your fire alarm. Right, fire! So as I was saying, so they're a great source, a great low-calorie source of fiber, protein, and antioxidants. They also may mitigate the risk of developing serious health conditions such as Alzheimer's, heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. And those are like the big four, that people are out here, stressing about getting, treating, and, surviving. They're a great source of selenium, copper, thiamine, magnesium, and phosphorus. And like I said, these are those trace elements that help support a healthy immune system. Then they give so they do have a list of like nutrients per serving. I believe like the portions that they give are based on 1 cup of chopped mushrooms, and they usually tell you like how you can prepare them, cook them, and things like that. And here's some popular ways to add more mushrooms to your diet. Add mushrooms as an ingredient in homemade pizza, like what I'm doing now. It went off again. Oh, but this is done. It smells like regular pizza. Like you would not. I'm telling you, like you would not even be able to tell that there's no crust on this pizza, like the way it's smelling and looking right now. So I'm excited. We're gonna let it simmer for a little bit because I want the middle to get a little bit more brown, but I'm not gonna keep that oven on because it's hot. So some popular ways to add mushrooms. So definitely to pizza. Sprinkle chopped cremini mushrooms on salad. Cook mushrooms with garlic and butter for a tasty side dish. That actually sounds delicious. Very delicious. And make sure, like I said, that your butter has 1 or 2 top 3 ingredients. If it has a whole bunch of other stuff, trust me, it is not butter. Put it back. Leave it where it's at. If you're gonna have fat, make it a non-questionable one. Okay. So you gotta ask, well, what's that ingredient? It's probably not meant to be in your butter. Use mushrooms as an ingredient in pot sauce. Mix them into cooked beef, chicken, or turkey. Make cream of mushroom soup. Add mushrooms into a stir fry alongside other vegetables. And eat mushrooms with your eggs in the morning. And that actually sounds really good. I do sometimes like when I prep my mushrooms, so like those mushrooms, once they start trying to go bad on me, I'll end up dicing them up and putting them in a little Ziploc bag and freezing them. And I'll add those to my scrambled eggs in the morning alongside with my diced, sweet peppers. So that's a very quick and easy way to add mushrooms into your diet.
Open your room door.
It is. It is. Everything is open. It's just smoking in here. You said where's Sheena go? It was boiling. So I'm pulling it out now. Oh, and I told you that all the tomatoes and sweet peppers and stuff I put on here was gonna make more juice. So it's a lot more juice coming out, and that's gonna eventually soak into the meat. But let me show. Oh, let me show you something. Don't mind me. I get excited. That's my singing all off key. But look at that. Would you look at? Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Who in the world? So what? So who? Why didn't you tell us about pizza a long time ago? Why they had us feeling all bad and guilty about eating pizza with all this bread and stuff and crust, and they were stuffing the crust. Just adding more calories, stuffing the crust, and the whole time we didn't even need the crust. Oh, the crust is getting in the way, because sometimes the crust don't be right, and then like you mess around, you forget it in the oven, and it's like, dang, now the crust is a little overcooked, it might be a little extra crispy, and then now you can't even have to worry about none of that. It's like it's taking the whole top of the pizza, like. Cause I know, especially kids, like they'll just eat the top of the pizza and then leave the crust. Like, what is this? What is this? They don't want that. So boom, y'all don't understand how excited and happy I am. Because to have a lower calorie pizza option. Oh, and it's so easy to make. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. So that's it. I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna, garnish it, put it on the plate and make it all pretty full and cute. And I'm gonna post it in the Facebook group, the Rock Truth Cafe Live Facebook group. And I'm gonna let y'all know how it tastes. Cause I mean it smells amazing. I already know it's gonna taste amazing because it's all my favorite ingredients. Like it's nothing but favorite ingredients. So of course it's gonna taste amazing. Just of course. So that's all I got for y'all today. But let me tell y'all about next week though. So this was for lunch. Like imagine you coming to work and you heat this up in the microwave and they're like, oh yeah, pizza from. It's not a pizza, it's a pizza and I made it. Okay? So yeah, this is how you make your coworkers jelly. While they up there eating Papa John's stuff, and they're like, "Why you get to eat pizza and you don't gain all that?" That's because I make my own without the crust. So this is the one. So our dinner recipe. So you're exhibiting wife behavior while mastering singleness. Okay, Scott. Hey, what they say when man finds a wife, meaning she's already that. Okay, he ain't making her a wife. He finds her that way. So, hey, I'm already that way. So when my king finds me, I'm ready. Okay? But for our dinner recipe next week, we are making not spaghetti, butternut. Yes, butternut squash soup. It's delicious. I've made it before, and I added a little bit too much. So it was hot. It was spicy. But because it was so much pepper in it, all I did was just shave some turmeric on there, and it was good to go. Because turmeric, in order to for your body to absorb the curcumin in there, that's actually good for you. The quality of the turmeric that makes it so good for you, you have to use it with pepper. That's the only way your body can really absorb it is with it's called piperidine, but that's basically pepper, so black pepper. But yeah, and trust me, and so you know how you go to Panera and all, and they get a bread bowl. We're making our own bread bowl, okay? So I'll be going live in the Rock Truth Cafe Live group to prep the bread, because the bread itself takes like an hour and a half because of all the sitting and stuff you have to let it do. So I'll go live in the group with the mixing and stuff of it, and then everything else I'll just kind of explain when we start for the soup. And then I was thinking about putting stuffed mushrooms on the side because I just be doing extra. I just be extra like that. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But we are definitely doing butternut squash soup in a homemade bread bowl. And it's going to be fantastic. And I'm going to drop some possible bread toppings. So you know how they have like the sesame seeds or the poppy seeds and all. Like, so I'm put a whole list in there and you can get whatever you want to top. If you don't want to put nothing on your bread, that's fine. But if ideas, creativity, go ahead, rock it. So that's all I got for y'all today. I'm going to get myself together and finish rehydrating so I can enjoy my meat stuff. And I'll catch y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in. And here we rock truth or nothing at all. Oh yeah. Thanks, Rose, for tuning in to Rock Truth with us. Or absolutely nothing else. See, we always here. We always here. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
It's doing what it wants to do. Like, I'm trying to end it. It's retarded. Here we go.